So it was actually fun. I gained a lot of knowledge, like, from being a person, individual who doesn't know what is SDG.
Yeah, right.
And then to go there, I'm like, yeah, I know SDG, like that. So it was fun.
Macam speechless.
Macam speechless
Tengah makan kan?
baru habis exam kan. And then got the call.
Yeah, so macam tu lah on how I got selected and then why I choose. I participate in SEYAP program. I feel like, ni mimpi ke macam tu kan. Macam I naik kapal besar ni,
Cruise,
kapal ni ada
right?
kolam.
Cruise.
Macam tu. Yes, cruise. Kapal ni ada kolam, kapal ni ada ni. Okay, so I macam tak sangka benda tu. And the first time I step into the cruise, I macam speechless. I rasa ni mimpi ke? Macam tu.
Is this real?
Yes.
Assalamualaikum and hi gang. Welcome back to yet another episode of our podcast, In Hi Gang Podcast. So as usual, we only bring you our experienced panels from diverse backgrounds from our program's alumni only to share to you their experience, their life lessons, challenges, especially cheers for you. But before we start our episode for today, don't forget to follow our social media platforms. We have on YouTube, Hi Gang Podcast, Facebook, JBS Negara and Belay.my, Instagram, JBS Negara, TikTok, JBS Negara, Twitter, JBS_Negara, and we also have our own website, www.kbs.gov.my and www.jbsn.gov.my. Other than that, we also have our own hashtag that you can use, hashtag Team KBS, hashtag Team JBSN, hashtag JBSN Bersama, and hashtag Rakan Muda. So without further ado, today's topic is about Youth Exchange Program. That is a very interesting topic, right? So let me introduce you to our beloved panels for today. We have Miss Nurul Izaina binti Muhammad Apandi. She was the alumni of SEYAP 2024. And we have Mr. Davesh, and he is the alumni for My EXA. So hi, how
Mujah.
are you guys?
Yes.
We haven't seen each other for so long, right?
Yeah, it's quite long, really.
Quite long.
Yeah. So today's topic is actually very interesting. Expanding horizons, the impact of International Youth Program. So without further ado, I would like to ask a little bit about you guys punya background, or how do you guys join exchange program, or what exchange program did you guys join?
Okay. So hi Mujah.
Hi.
Sihat
Sihat, Alhamdulillah.
Okay. So a little bit about myself. My name is Nurul Izaina, or just people know me as Is. Currently, I'm on my final year degree in Institut Pendidikan Guru Malaysia, Kampus Ipoh. So I'm taking Bachelor in Education. So focusing in Islamic education and Arab language. So I was joining the C-Ship for the Southeast Asian and Japanese Youth Program last year on November until December. So I'm the latest batch lah, which is the SEYAP 48.
Yeah.
So what makes me wanted to join this program is because before this I have no idea about the SEYAP program. But then I've seen videos and I've seen in YouTube and all about the SEYAP program. I was quite interesting about this program. So then I was trying my best to apply at the first stage for the KBS exchange program. The first stage, and then I go to the psychometric test, and then the camp selection.
Yeah.
So Alhamdulillah, and the last stage, which is the interview, and I got called from the KBS. Saying that I got selected. You know that during that, I was in my final exam for my semester. So after that, after I habis the paper, then I go out with my friends to eat for lunch. Then I got called from the pegawai and saying that I got selected. So I macam just
Speechless
Tengah makan kan?
baru habis exam kan. And then got the call.
Yeah, so macam tu lah on how I got selected, and then why I choose. I participate in SEYAP program. Yeah.
So how about Mr. Davesh here?
So hi gang. So about myself, let's make it simple. Sebab kalau panggil Darvish, it's like tongue
Yeah,
twister pula. Okay,
actually,
so we'll make
it's
it
quite
simple.
awkward.
So we'll just call me Darsh.
Darsh.
So I'm currently a student. I'm doing a master's in clinical psychology in UCSI. And then I went for Malaysian Singapore Youth Exchange Program 2024. So the latest batch also. Yeah, we've met all of you in camp. So we are from the same camp.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
are
so it
actually
was so
from the
fun.
same selection camp,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. So how I came into this, I think it's basically from my seniors. I'm a member of Club Belbelia Tamil Kuala Lumpur. So from my seniors who have went for SEAP, so they have told us a lot of stories, their experiences, and I was like, wow, this is a wow factor for me. So I wanted to, experience it by myself, and I was like, okay, let's do this, and I applied, and to my surprise, I got in, and then I was in camp
Yeah.
selection. I was like, okay, I didn't expect that, but I got in, and somehow, I ended up in Malaysian Singapore Youth Exchange Program. It is somehow, I would say, a very good experience that I gained. So,
So yeah, actually it's very, very refreshing to see some familiar faces because we were from the same selection camp, but we were all from different
Yes.
exchange programs. Okay, as we know, Is and Darsh joined two different exchange programs, right? Is joined the SEAP
Yes.
International, and then Darsh joined the Singapore exchange program, Singapore Malaysia exchange program. So what were you guys punya expectations before going to the program, and what was it compared with the real experience?
Okay, good questions. Actually, for me, my expectation was like for SEAP lah. Okay, because I only seen the YouTube videos, the TikTok videos, and all about the SEAP program, and I didn't expect that I would be. Actually, before I applied for SEAP, I didn't know that we are actually going with the cruise.
Yeah,
And then during the camp
oh.
selection, there was one. Kak Ilan said during the slide presentation, it's about the CSIP for the Southeast Asian. It's about you going to be on a cruise for almost 1 month.
38
38
days,
days.
like
For
that.
ours, it's 38 days. Before that, is much more longer.
Oh.
Yeah. So for ours, 38 days. So I was like, okay. And then I still tak nampak dalam
vision.
Yeah, the vision, like how can I duduk dalam kapal, and then I go to another port of call, and I still cannot see it because we didn't experience it yet, right? But then my expectation was like, oh, it's going to be a very prestigious program because this program is collab with the Japan government, which is the Japan government is the main
Organizer.
Yes, organizer for this program. So they will be handle everything, and then the Asian country also will be there, and with different kind of different kind of backgrounds and all. So I was expecting it would be going to be so big.
Yeah,
And then
of course.
Okay, then
Right.
during my time, so after going through the PDT, going through everything, before going through the PDT, I didn't know that it would be going to be very hectic preparation.
Yeah.
Starting from the first PDT, and then the second mini gathering, the third mini gathering, and then the long PDT, the final PDT, and before we depart. So it's actually a long journey for us before we start the program itself, because we are bringing our Malaysia's country name. So when we go there, we are as a contingent, Malaysia's contingent. So it's like tanggungjawab dan amanah yang sangat berat that we want to bring the Malaysia's name to the world, to the ASEAN, to the Japan itself. So the preparation is quite hectic, but I would say it was the best moment for me to actually develop myself the strength and then the experience, so that when I go with the program, I start the program, I was very satisfied with what I have prepared for myself. Not just for myself, but for my contingent. So during my time, during the SEAP program, it was the best thing
That ever happened to you?
Yes. I feel like, oh, ni mimpi ke macam tu kan. Macam I naik kapal besar ni,
Cruise,
kapal ni ada
right?
kolam. Macam
Cruise.
tu. Yes, cruise. Kapal ni ada kolam, kapal ni ada ni. Okay, so I macam tak sangka benda tu. And the first time I step into the cruise, I macam speechless. I rasa ni mimpi ke? Macam tu.
Is this real?
Yes. I sampai Google, cruise ni berapa kan semalaman kan? Oh, rupanya $1,000 tau.
Because it was
Yes,
very big
it's
and very fancy,
big.
right?
It's 5-star cruise and all. So I macam, I pergi sini bawa nama Malaysia. I go with Malaysia's country name. And then we have along with contingent, but then it was all sponsored. So I rasa macam all the hard work, all the preparation feels like paid off like that. Yeah.
So may I ask, how long were SEAP pre-departure training?
For the first PDT, it's 4 days like that, and then we have the mini gathering. So mini gathering too, actually we have to prepare ourselves with sponsorship, and then for training, dance training, because we have the national presentation day. It's like 2 hours presentation day to the Asian and Japan country. So we have to be prepared for the training. So 2 times of mini gathering, itu kita orang memang menari lah, memang puluh daripada pagi sampai petang, memang menari.
Yeah, I saw Anis and how hard you guys punya preparation, right?
It was very hard. I rasa macam betul ke ni aku punya keputusan ni.
Tiba-tiba contemplating.
Yeah, tapi it was a good experience lah, great experience for me. And then the last PDT before we depart is around 8 days, 9 days macam tu.
Before the departure.
Before the departure.
So you guys have a program on the ship, but before you guys
Before we start the
before
program.
you start the program on the ship, you go to Japan by plane, right?
Yes, by plane.
And then
We go Japan by plane. So when we arrive in Tokyo, we have the country program for 3 days in Tokyo, Japan. So the country program including it's like orientation like that for us, and then we go to the few places for institutional visit for each of our discussion group. Nanti kita cerita detail lagi tu kan. Okay. And then after 3 days, and we go to the Japan port in Tokyo, so that the first start cruise lah before our next port of call, which is in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Yeah.
that is that is just, I think that is just the introduction of SEAP.
Yes.
Because of how their process to go to Japan. That's only the process, okay? Kita tak tahu lagi the ongoing activities that been happening on the ship.
Yeah.
But before that, we would like to ask Mr. Dosh also about a little bit about his background and what program did he join. We can see here that he was an alumni for MyXR. So can you tell me a little bit about MyXR and your exchange program?
Sure. So, Alumni MyXR, or we can call it Malaysian Youth Exchange Alumni Association. So it covers on all the other programs that we have under UIP. So, for example, Singapore and Malaysia Exchange, or India Malaysia Exchange, Indonesia Malaysia Exchange, and so on. So, yeah, it covers a lot of programs under it, and one of the program is Malaysian Singapore Youth Exchange Program. So, our program is, I would say, comparing to SEAP, it's not that heavy, but its scope is very different comparing to SEAP, because Singapore is our neighboring country, so of course our preparation was quite faster, because we were the first program for last year under UIP, so the first one to go for exchange program. So we had a very short time, but at the end we managed to prepare a lot of things. And in terms of expectation and what did I really experience there, I would say expectations wise, Malaysia Singapore exchange program is more onto a economic based program, socio economy. So of course we had learned a lot of things, and we had certain themes that we can juggle around with. So for example, team kita it was food security, infrastructure development and so on. So dia semua berkaitan SDG. So it was actually fun. I gained a lot of knowledge, from being a individual who doesn't know what is SDG.
Yeah, right.
And then to go there, I'm like, I know SDG, like that. So it was fun. And I would say, in terms of what I experienced there, we were prepared, actually. Before we are going into the program itself, we had PDT. So ours was along with SEAP. So
you
we
guys
met.
we had a pre-departure training together.
Yes.
The first
So
PDT.
The
a
first
lot of
PDT.
things were together. So we
Together.
had all about this, we also had certain segments where they will tell us on what to eat, how much we need to control and so on.
That
So it's like,
specific.
Yeah, that's
That's
specific.
so it's
specific.
quite fun. It's quite fun, and going there to see, because like currency differences, right?
Yeah.
And then to go there, to visit all those places with like first entry, you just can go just like that inside. It was awesome, getting treated as a VIP. So it was fun.
Getting treated as a
Yeah.
VIP. Did you
Yes.
getting treated
Yes, we
as a
got
VIP?
escort from the police.
Escort? Seriously? In Japan?
In Vietnam and also in Indonesia, Jakarta. When we by bus, when we go for the first place after the port of call, we are escorted by the police. So they got like bayangkan in Jakarta there was like a lot of cars kan,
Yeah.
memang jam and all, but we got the opportunity to go first. And it was
So
like, okay.
is that your first experience being escorted by the police?
Yeah, that's the first time.
Wow, I never knew that. I know some stories about Sayak, but this is very, very new.
Yes.
Did Singapore do the same?
Of course not, but we had the privilege to meet ministers and
Oh,
so
really?
on. Yes, I got to take picture with him. So it was quite like something that not every individual will be expecting, but to be there and to present your ideas in front of minister itself, it was like wow, it was such a wow factor. And even though we didn't had those kind of escorts, but we had privilege of going onto these luxurious hotels and so on.
Oh,
So like,
really?
yeah, I would safely say I put on weight when I came back.
I see. So of course the hotel offers you very, very delicious food.
Delicious.
Of course.
I'm jealous. I'm automatically jealous. So we have talked about all the fun, all the excitement kind. But do you guys have any macam challenges that you guys faced during the exchange program?
Challenges, of course we do a lot of challenges. For me, because for SEAP program it's 38 days. So nak katanya everything we do for everyone, and then we have to tolerate our feelings, especially bila we go by the cruise without internet, without the network and all. Everything is within ourselves and our friends and those who my friends with another country. So challenges is, I think for me the hard is when you have to do everything your own, like without the help of the internet. For example, because the SEAP program is more focusing about the discussion group things.
Yeah.
Like we have to discuss about the issues that happen each of our DG group, which is for me at the soft power and youth people to diplomacy. So every day in the cruise we have the slots or sections for the DG. So everything we do is from our brain, our own brain, without the ChatGPT, without the AI,
So-
without everything. So let's say like for this facilitator ask us our questions, or they wanted us to present and all, everything we do is our own.
It's original.
Yeah, it's originally
Original
from our brain.
from the brain.
Yes, and then we discuss each other. So that's the thing that I would say is it's kind of challenging, but it's also giving me impactful
Yeah.
things, because I would say the experience from my friends from another country, like the Asian country, from the Cambodia, from the Laos and all, they have the diverse background. So from their experience, they share with us, and then we say, oh, okay, I didn't know this. If we stick on just the internet things, we won't feels like we just trapped by the answers from the internet.
Yeah.
But then when we discuss with each other, so we have the experience that we know based on our knowledge, our own experience. So that was one of the challenges. But I would say it was good for us actually. The other is
So like on the cruise, did you guys does they allow you guys to bring phone, or just they allow you to bring phone but there's no internet, or they doesn't allow you to bring phone at all on the cruise?
They're allowed to bring phone, iPad or computer and all, but there's no internet, there's no network, because like we are in the middle of the ocean, like in the middle of the
Yeah,
Pacific.
right.
Yeah. Laut Pasifik tu tengah-tengah alam memang tak ada internet dah kan.
Internet langsung, faham?
Kan? So the materials or anything that we already prepared before, that's the only thing. But then when we are on the cruise for 38 days, of course we have to discuss a lot.
Yeah.
We just not just what we prepared. So that's the thing where it instills the knowledge from our own experience, and also when we get to know with each other. Even with the challenges, I think that my quality time with my friends there were a lot. Like
Yeah, because you
we
don't
can-
have mobile phones on your
we
hand,
can just
right?
talk like macam zaman-zaman 90-an dulu kan, without the internet. Like we go with them, kalau kita hang out just no phone, just us, and then kita borak. That's the best thing that we can share with each other. Yeah.
So kan, in you guys punya opinion, in what ways exchange program ni can promote cross-cultural understanding?
I think in that terms, like because we are there, like directly there.
Yeah.
So it helps you like cross out all these stereotypes and so on. So you would see what are they in real, and you get to like communicate with them a lot. Macam bersantai, communicate with those people, so you get to learn a lot more. But compared to my program, I think because they are with more countries,
Yeah, they are with
like all
ASEAN
Asian
countries,
countries,
right,
yeah.
yeah.
So they would have like more cultural
Cross-cultural
exchanges. Yes.
understanding.
So
Oh,
you
okay.
want-
For me, for us, for cross-cultural
Understanding.
Okay, so because we are from the different kind of backgrounds. For us, Malaysia, and then my friend from Cambodia, Laos, Thailand, Vietnam, and all, we grew up from different kind of environment, right? From different kind of mentality, mindset, and all. Just how they instill from the child. So to instill that the cross-cultural understanding, that's the time where we knew each other. So let's say my experience during on the cruise. We are given cabin. Cabin is like bilik lah.
Oh, bilik.
Macam hotel kan. Macam hotel macam bilik lah, cabin. So one cabin, 2 person in one cabin. But mine, I got 3 person in one cabin. Yeah, so it's like the previous year, it's 3. It's 3. Every cabin is 3. But for this last year, because we are just only 200 plus like
Total
that.
for all ASEAN
total,
countries?
because they reduce the numbers of the participants. So one cabin is 2 person, but then there's 8 rooms. Including 3
persons in it.
So I lah yang
Salah
bertuah
satunya.
tu. I lah antara yang laki to get one cabin, 3 persons. So my roommate is Thailand and also Vietnam.
Oh, I see. So in each room, you guys were
Different.
located from different
Yes,
ASEAN countries.
different.
I think this
Yes.
applies for all the youth exchange program. So we'll be like paired with
Other
yes,
countries.
the
Yes.
delegates from other countries for Singapore as well. But I'm the youth leader, so I got to be alone.
Oh, you
So
got
I
the
was alone.
privilege.
Yes, because the other youth leader, the delegate, was female. So that explains. But apart from that, all the other delegates, they get to share a lot of things because they are roomed together. So this is the opportunity where they get to learn about each other and the cultural differences, the similarities, and so on. So, yeah, I think youth exchange program, it helps a
Yes.
lot with cross-cultural understanding.
Actually, arranging those types of things macam satukan dalam bilik ni
Yes.
few countries. Yeah, actually, I think that promotes a lot, helps a lot in cross-cultural understanding other than you guys discuss outside the room, right? So back to our main topic kan, exchange program, international exchange program. So how do you guys think such programs change the stereotypes of young people to join these programs?
Okay, to change the stereotypes. For me, of course, the people who not yet joined this kind
Yeah.
of program, they would think like, oh, nak join program ni mesti kena pandai.
Yeah,
Mesti kena
Speaking,
speaking English
that's the
tu
first
fluent.
thing
That's
come
the first
to
thing,
mind.
right?
Dia macam,
It's like-
oh, we have to speak very fluently baru dapat.
It's not really necessary,
It's not really
kan?
actually, because for me during the SEAP program, the Japanese contingent, I would say among the 21 participants, only half of them can speak fluently.
Oh, fluently in English.
Fluently in English. The rest tu maybe 40% to 50%
Oh.
the English level of for the English speaking, which is, I would say, it's not compulsory for you to have really good speaking. I mean like fluently speak English, and then you don't have to be so book smart, or you have to be very active and all. It actually depends on you yourself. If you have the willingness to give the best for the country, to actually know, to develop the knowledge for you, to get the cross-cultural understanding with the others people in other country. That's the thing, the best thing. The determination of yourself is more better than for you to get to have that kind of mindset. Yeah, for me, that's the more important thing.
Yeah, so in the end, just be yourself,
Yeah,
right?
just be yourself.
True. Actually,
Yeah.
I think all the program under UIP it's very inclusive. So I don't understand why there are this kind of stereotypes. But actually, tak pun. You as long as you can communicate confidently, that's what is important. That doesn't mean that you have to speak this fluently. Then that's the criteria. No, we check people, like we want people who has certain skills. Not everyone gonna have all perfect
Yeah,
skills. Kan?
perfect.
So it's a team. We are going as a team. They're delegates. So in 19 people, certain people can speak very well. Certain people can prepare for the program very well. Certain people has more other tasks. So we are as a team going into this program. So I think no need to be worried that I can't speak, because there will be some presenters helping you.
Yes.
So it's like a diversity together.
So it's actually complementing each other.
Yes,
lah, kan?
complementing each
So not
other.
necessarily if you don't know to speak, you don't know how to speak in English, you can't join this
Yeah.
such programs, kan? Because sometimes they don't look at your language punya power je. Sometimes the way you carry yourself, kan, the way you think, that's what they evaluate the most, kan?
Yes,
Yes.
apa bakat tu yang lagi ni lah. I mean bakat, contoh macam you tak very excel in English, but you ada bakat untuk you nak present, or you nak menari ke, ataupun you boleh hidup dengan kadang yang lama and all,
Yeah.
maksudnya with other people. So itu adalah lagi penting for me.
So can you share some I want to ask one or two specific moments lah, kan, from your experience that give a big impact to yourself until today.
I think for me personally, I have a lot of moments actually, but I think the main two will be, the first one was during PDT1 itself. I was like, everyone was electing youth leader. Youth leader
Yeah.
is like ketua delegasi lah. So they were electing youth leader, and I was like, suddenly they were like, okay, Darwish Rish is the youth leader, and I'm like, what?
Why?
So yes, I was
Why,
like,
Al?
what? That moment impacted me a lot, because I was very introvert. Not to say too introvert, but I normally choose to not, indulge myself in all this speaking theme, and then to present myself as a leader. But when I got the role, it changed me. It brought me out from my shell. For example, now I'm sitting and talking
Yes,
in
as a
front of a
panel.
lot of people. I know a lot of youth are watching. So things like this is what impacts us. So this is why it's important, these programs. And the second moment, I would say going there to Singapore, I think, and coming back to Malaysia. So the Singapore delegates come here. We had all this knowledge.
Sorry, the Singapore delegates also come to Malaysia?
Yeah. So it'll be 4 days. We'll be going there, and then 4 days they'll be coming back here, and then
I
they'll
see.
be with
I
us.
thought only you guys going to the Singapore.
Yes, so it will be both sides. So they have to we have to go first, and then they can first. But I don't know how this year it's gonna be. But you will be back and forward. So we got to learn a lot of things. For example, about food security. That's very important topic. Recently, it's a world crisis, but
Yeah.
no one is giving importance. But through this program, you learn it. And eventually you get a lot of knowledge and ideas to, indulge yourself in entrepreneurship and so on, like I did. So yeah, I think these are the two moments that impacted me. How about you, Is?
Okay, for me, one of the thing that yang masih I jadikan benda tu sebagai my best impactful thing for me adalah I was appointed as the leader as the head of the discussion group, which is the
I see.
core thing. Yeah, the core thing in SEAP is one of it is discussion group, which is discussion group. We are consist of six different DG, and each of it have the topics like DG1 until DG6. So I was appointed as the head of the DG group, and then during the time when we are on the cruise, the head of the DG for each of the contingent will have a lot of things to do for us, for the contingent, for other
Yeah.
country as well. Even during the time we have to discuss with each other. So there were the time where for this SEAP program, for others contingent, this program is until 30 years old, right? Until 30 tahun kan. So belia age of the youth. So at that time, last year I was 22 years old. So
one of the youngest lagi dia kan.
one of the youngest, the second youngest in the contingent. And then the rest, the head of the discussion group, the rest is around 25 and above. So they are much more experienced. They are much more, the background for career is much more better than me yang only student. So I rasa a bit insecure with myself. But no, actually diorang kan very entertain me very well, so that they're not making me left behind. Yeah, so like it's okay, we discuss this together and how we want to manage it to the others DG, so that we can have a very good discussion and all with the facilitators and all. So at that time I was like, okay, even if I sit table around with the people who much older than me, but they are making me as
comfortable.
Yes, comfortable and all. So that's the thing where if I tak ada rasa macam tersisih and all. So that's the thing that I really appreciate at that time. And that's where the last time we have the discussion group presentation day is the presentation day. So the last our last very almost like 3 to 4 days before we keluar daripada kapal kan. So we have the presentation day. So each of the DG we have to present all the things that we discuss around during the program, during the
so
time
during the 38 days before to
masa
dah
kita orang belayar,
discuss everything
yes.
tu.
We collect all the institutional visit during our port of call in Vietnam and also in Jakarta and Tokyo. So we collect all and then we present during the last day. So that's the time where I was appointed as the stage manager. So they asked me to be the stage manager. So I have to like conduct everything, start from the rehearsal until the end. So I was very like nervous because this is the first time I was appointed being the head of the high committee of this kind of event during that, and
International
it's international
events,
event. So they got like the FAC and then the admins, the Japan admins were there, all the contingent wearing it's a very formal event for the presentation day. And then Malaysia, for me, I represent as the stage manager to handle it. So that's the thing where it's very giving me something yang I step up very from the comfort zone. Step very
far away from your comfort zone.
So that's the one of the experience I got from the SEAP program, which giving me very impactful thing. And then the second thing is during my time there was like time I was overwhelmed because kita bangun pagi and then teruskan hari with the same routine, which
same
is
cycle for 38 days.
cycle, and then we don't have like anything yang macam memang kita dengan kawan kita. So sometimes I feel like very overwhelmed. I rasa macam macam tu kan, macam kita tengok laut kan, macam
No escape from reality lah kan.
Bangun laut lagi.
Bangun-bangun tengok laut kan, buka-buka, aduh bila nak sampai ni kan. 8 hari, 9 hari atas kapal. So untuk you sampai to the next port of call, it's actually long tau. Kita ibaratkan kita duduk rumah dalam masa 8 hari tak keluar-keluar. The only thing I keluar adalah I buka pintu untuk tengok laut kat luar. Itu je. Tu I ingatkan macam ada lah Jaws ke ni ke, tak ada lah kan. Tak ada, memang tak ada dolphin. Okay, memang I tengok laut je lah kan. So I feel like overwhelmed and all. Then the people, my friends from other country ni memang very concerned about me. They was like ask me are you good? Are you okay? Have you eat yet? How have you? They are very concerned about me, and not even me, about other people as well. So the thing is, when we are participating ourselves with this kind of programs, and then we got friends from other country, and we get to know that how good people are doing that.
Even from other countries, even when you barely know them, right?
Yeah, I barely know them, only know within the 30 days and all. So that's the best thing, that you got to be with other people who are different from you, different country from you. So how they treat us, how they treat each other, that's the thing, the best thing lah, which is this international youth program is not just only to instill the knowledge in you, but to actually develop how you treat other people's, how people treats you, and how you can be so good to people, so that you can advocate other people as well, to be good, to be kind, to be very supportive and all. So that's the thing that I learned a lot during the program. Yeah.
To add on to it, I think this also like comes to the point where, you know, it really like shows us like how important it is to be, you know, like that human kind and so on. So like this is what we are trying to say, like through all this cultural exchange program, you will learn that you know, whatever media driven things are there, it's not true. Like you have to always like look into reality, and when it comes to, you know, directly you are there, it shows okay how true they are, how like kind they are. So things like this, like it is very important to me.
Yeah, actually being a kind human being actually give a really, really big impact to everyone. Like to Ease, to Dash, I believe that our friends from other ASEAN countries, whatever helps or whatever kindness that they did to you guys, give a very big impact to you guys until today kan.
Yes.
Kalau tak kita tak ingat diorang, kalau tak kita tak rindu diorang kan.
Okay, I ada tambah satu cerita yang ni memang I akan ingat lah sampai kalau I ada anak cucu I akan cerita. So during that, masa atas kapal, kita tak ada internet kan, tak ada everything. So the port of call in Jakarta, the last which is the last port of call in Jakarta before we depart to before we be in Tokyo, Japan. Kita orang dah nak bergerak ni, kapal nak bergerak. But then I have interview from my campus saying that I got selected, I got appointed as the one of the best student, which is I have to be in the interview. So then, but then I tak ada internet dah time tu, which is dah hujung-hujung dah time tu.
You're already on the ship.
Yeah, already on the ship. The ship nak gerak dah petang tu. So I memang rasa nak nangis lah sebab I tak boleh attend the interview kan. So I asked my national leader to have like any internet ke apa ke, tapi tak boleh juga. So I memang pergi ke hujung-hujung kapal, I try to reach the line network masa dekat Jakarta tu. So adalah time tu. So I sempat untuk interview tu. I sempat untuk interview with the Google Meet lah, which is from lecturers and panels also from the IPG, from IPGM and all. Then I interview at the time semua tu, but my Philippines friend very supportive. Diorang siap sediakan I handphone with the internet kalau tak boleh, or if the Google Meet is not working.
It's not working.
Yeah, so I pun dah lega, dah habis, and then the ship bergerak terus ke Tokyo. It's around 9 days to Tokyo. So the results for the best student for my institute is during that masa kapal tengah berjalan nak ke Tokyo, which is how do I know kan, macam mana I nak tahu kan. So I kinda sedih jugalah waktu tu because I tak tahu the results. So the results tu memang 3 hari selepas kapal tu bergerak. So I still tak tahu the results and I rasa
So
macam
from
sedih.
for 3 days lah whole tak tahu result tu macam mana.
3 hari tu, 3 hari lepas kapal bergerak tu dia punya hari yang result tu. Saya tak tahu. And the rest kan sambung sampai 9 hari, and then hari yang lepas 3 hari juga I still tak tahu. So masa kapal bergerak daripada Jakarta ke Tokyo tu, dia akan lalu pesisiran Filipin, which is dia akan lalu hujung-hujung Filipin nak ke Jakarta tu kan, dekat lautan Pasifik semua tu. So masa nak dekat hujung Filipin tu, my friends ni, okay, Waltz, hi Waltz, okay, do you miss me? Okay, hi Waltz tu, dia dapat signal tau dekat phone dia, which is dia roaming. So dia
sebab
dapat
dia Filipin
Yes, sebab dia Philippines. Dia Filipin. So dia dah ada macam line sikit lah, which is 1 bar ke 2 bar. Macam tu. Tapi no internet at that time. Just only bar untuk you call and all. So dia kata, I got my network here. I got bar here. So you can use my phone to call your friends. So I call, I tentu macam, I rasa macam tak ada harapan lah kan, tak apalah. And then dia kata, no, just follow me, you call here. So kita orang keluar from into the deck, and then he give me the phone. So I dialed my friend numbers, okay, my roomie, Ifa, I dialed her number. I dapat. I macam,
even though the 3 days whole of results tu kan.
Ifa, nombor siapa pula hang ni? Dia kata macam tu. Maksudnya, ni kawan Filipin aku macam tu. Weh, macam mana keputusan tu? Cakap kat dia. Lepas dia kata, Han dapat dapat anugerah tu. 2 Han dapat. Dia kata, sumpah lah ni. Macam tu. So, cakap lah around 1 minute lebih. 1 minute and a half like that. Most 2 minutes lah. And then, I wanted to know the the results only. So ada line sikit tu, and then my friend tu hantar the photo to my friend Waltz tu, saying that they already received the award tu. My friend yang ambilkan dekat stage. Yeah, so I was very macam terharu, and then I sedih lah sebab I dapat tahu. So Waltz tu memang sangat baik lah. No, you know kan international call kan dia akan spend banyak kan. You tahu
yes,
tak,
true.
dia, untuk 2 minit tu $30 dia habiskan untuk I.
$30
Yes.
for 2 minutes.
Yes, untuk 2 minutes call kat Filipin punya pesisiran ke Malaysia nak call tu. $30 tau dia habiskan.
Cekik.
So I cakap it's okay, nanti later I'll pay
Pay
back,
back,
pay back the money. No, it's okay. This is like a present for you, a gift for you for the result, for the awards and all. So they was like, oh my god, that's the best moment lah. I still ingat sampai sekarang.
Yeah, we see how kindness actually very not impact, I would say like make you remember them for a long time,
Yes.
the kindness that they do to you kan. So how about Dash, how about your experience during the Singapore exchange program?
I would say, of course, Singapore is like, you know, we won't feel that far away from our country because it's like our neighbor country. But however, going there for 4 days, you have to, you know, like face, because we have line, we do have Wi-Fi and so on, but we won't have time to use it because like it's like we will have like back-to-back forum and so on. So this is a very funny story, but at the end, like it was very emotional to me because like I was stuck with all these VIPs because youth leader,
Because
right?
you were the youth leader kan.
And then all my delegates, like team, and then gang lah, all was around, you know, like the buffet area. And I was like stuck at this table. And then all the food serving here is like, you know, the raw food and so on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why am I stuck here? And then there was like spoons, around 3-4 different spoons. And then minister pun like dia dah mula makan. I macam, nah, pilih yang mana ni?
which
I was
food,
like, oh my
which
god,
food?
I'm so stuck here. And then all this, you know, like people from background, they noticed that I'm struggling dekat sana. Lepas tu, these are my Singapore delegate friends. Dia notice, lepas tu dia pergi ambilkan makanan daripada buffet tu. Dia datang, and then they just passed it to me, and then they just left.
Just like that.
Just like that. And I'm like,
Acts
how
of
did
service.
they,
Act of
yeah,
service.
I'm like, how did they read? How did they read my face?
Yeah.
But I was so happy because, like, you know, like, that's, we just met recently. We just know each other for a day, 2 days. But you know me very well that I need help. And then certain times, like when we go out and so on, they protect us too much. Like,
Too
like,
much.
Yeah,
To
they're
the
like,
point, too much.
They macam like, no, Dash, it's okay. We'll take care of you. They were like, the hospitality that impact, it showed like, because you know, like there's like a lot of stereotype because neighboring country lagi dah banyak kan. But I would say we always have to, like, you know, like thoroughly see what they really are, because when I received this hospitality and then to think about all this stereotype, right, I felt very bad. Like, why do we, like, you know, like categorize these people like this? No, it's not cool. Because the amount of humanity and kindness they show, that showed me like how warm a person can be as an individual. So I think, I would say that impacted me a lot to see people for their nature, like as an individual instead of category and judgments.
So, right, other than the kindness that will happen to you guys kan, we want to go to the contra lah. What are some key life lessons that actually happened to you guys along the way, your involvement in the exchange program?
I would say like there's a lot of key life lessons, but I think one, like I would say like few of it that very important is, firstly, I was like, I think a life lesson was I was wasting too much of my youthness. Because like from being a youth, I was working when I went to Singapore Youth Exchange Program. I was working. I was a ABA therapist for autism kids. So my work is quite heavy. So I worked in Autism Behavioural Centre Malaysia. So it was quite heavy. But when they sent me out, my company itself, they sponsored and they were like, it's okay. You can
Just go.
They were like, go. And then like when I went and then, you know, like got to learn a lot of things and so on, and then come back to work, I was managed to implement a lot of things, like in terms of leadership skills and so on. So I was wondering, like, why were we wasting our youth so much, like doing a lot of that? Like, I know entertainment is part, like that we need. We need sometime we need to escape reality as well, but too much also is like not good. So I was wondering, why did I waste my youth all this time? So that is one of the life lesson. And second one, I think I was very grateful to all our leaders, like like previous leaders, and to all my seniors and so on, because like going to this international youth exchange program made me like be very grateful on whatever they achieve. That's what we are enjoying right now. All this peace, this I think like advancement and so on, like kemajuan and so on, like we are enjoying it, but we are not realizing that it all came from all these leaders and so on. So when we went to this program, that's where I'm like, okay, now I get it. Like how, because like leading a team as a youth leader, just 20 people itself was like a lot of tasks. But imagine being a leader who was leading a country. So we have to be like very grateful that whatever our previous leader or current leader are doing, it's like we have to be very grateful to them. So these are the life lessons that I got. How about you, Is?
So like Dash mentioned on how those life lessons actually impacted or actually covers the area of his work, because from the program he can implement that to his work. So does that happen to you too?
Yes, of course, because I'm going to be a teacher. So I'm going to be a future teacher. As a person who wanted to give a better education to the students, to the future generations, to the future students and all. So the importance of the teacher itself, the educator itself, to have a very good understanding, a very good knowledge, to make sure that the students also have that kind of spirit to study, to spirit to actually and can see the world on another side of their comfort zone and all. So the same thing as for me, because being in the International Youth Exchange Program is actually you exchange a lot, exchange ideas, exchange culture, exchange understanding, exchange everything. Like we are win-to-win situation that I give you, you give me and all. So when I be here, I came back to the country, I wanted to do the same to my students, to the same as what I'm working now as a teacher. I wanted to advocate my students on how the important for you to have that kind of kindness, even if it's not the same as you, not the same race as you, it's the different race as you. If he is an Indian or Chinese or even in another country and all, it's important for you to have a good understanding, because we are in this world, we live with each other, not just only us. So that's the thing for in this scope, in this work scope.
I think to add on, I would say, as for me, I'm also a member of like Club Belbelia Tamil Kuala Lumpur, like these bodies of youth. I'm very grateful to KBS as well, UIP, JBS, and like all these parties who are like helping all the youth towards like success and so on. So like we are very grateful to them, and of course like through this I was able to like imply a lot of things. Like now I'm like sharing my experiences to all these youths out there. I hope like this can reach out to all those youth and they can also like experience what we have experienced. So it becomes a cycle in our country.
Plus those programs, most exchange programs that KBS covered always focus on sustainable development goals, right? So I think SDG itself covers a lot of things, right? Because I was head of discussion group too, so I understand the work that you do, and I think the topics that we covered, the topics that we discussed, not only covers, like you said, education or maybe work, but for example, sustainable cities, for example, food security, just like you mentioned just now, kan? So I think SDG also plays a huge role in implementing those things in your career and in your life, right?
Yes.
Very true.
Very true, because SDG is involved everything, like everything, every small thing is involving the SDG itself. But how we wanted to imply, how we wanted to apply the knowledge of each of the SDG. So with this International Youth Exchange Program, we got to know a lot of ideas about SDG from other country as well.
what such a beautiful story, such a wonderful experience that I heard, because I am really really excited actually about Seyap and Singapore, because I did not go to those programs kind. But sadly, the time is chasing us. So one last question from me. What is your last piece of advice for the youth out there that would like to join an exchange program, specifically that is under KBS and UIP?
Okay, so one last advice for me is you don't have to have a very pretty long resume or any kind of very book smart person. You just have to be yourself, be confident, make sure that you have the determination to wanted to share to the world, wanted to share to the people, and wanted to learn. So if you have those things, have a try. Have a try, just apply, okay? Because KBS will open the application every early of the year, and then just go. Because my friends pun ada yang apply 2 or 3 times already, 2 or 3 times coming to the camp selection and all. But the determination itself that we want to see, because the experience you won't get anywhere. This kind of experience you only have during the time where you participate in this kind of youth exchange program, especially if it's international youth exchange program. So just be confident, make sure that you have a very confidence, and also you have the determination. You wanted to share the world your knowledge, and also to gain the knowledge back from the others. Yeah.
Such a wonderful advice. So what about Dash?
So to add on to Is, yes, I agree. Like you have to be yourself, and exactly you don't have to like be this speaking person. Tak apa, just as long as you're confident, and what it takes is your efforts. That is that's what important at the end. And also like this is a platform where you can learn. Like it's for youth to berkembang and then to learn more, gain more knowledge. So like why not use it, right? So if you feel like no, I cannot speak like this, I am not like confident, then this is your platform to grow yourself. So you can learn and so on. Because I've personally received questions like through Instagram. They were like, will they have public speaking? Will they have debate? And I'm like, yeah. And this is the platform where don't
Where
worry.
you
Like
grow.
it's not that they will be like, okay, here's your topic and do it. There will be like Fasi to guide you on, and there will be your team. That's what important. At the end, they promote unity. They promote all this like teamwork and so on. So you will have your team to back up you.
To work together.
So you will learn from each other a lot. Like when we met in PDT training. So like we had a lot of things like sharings going on. So this is a platform where you can learn, grow yourself, and also like this is an opportunity. We have to be grateful. This is an opportunity where you get to go to another country without any cost and so on. So like my advice to the youth out there, apply. Like don't think a lot. Don't panic. Don't think a lot. Like just don't overthink. Just apply, and then you see from there you start to like pave your way.
Yes.
So what a wonderful advice. Thank you for such inspiring advice. So with that, we have come to an end of our episodes for today. So on behalf of the team, I would like to say thank you very much for coming here today, sharing your experience, your valuable insights, and even your own understanding of what is Exchange Youth Program, right? Because it will sure give inspiration to youth out there that is listening to this podcast. So before we end our episodes for today, let's stay connected with us online on our social media platforms. We have on YouTube, Hi Gang Podcast, Facebook, JBS Negara and Belia.my, Instagram, JBS Negara, TikTok, JBS Negara, Twitter, JBS_Negara, and on our website, www.kbs.gov.my and www.jbsn.gov.my. So with that, that's all for today. See you guys on another episodes. Don't forget to stay connected, to watch all the episodes that is coming up. So see you guys very soon. Bye.